Hello, hey, hi, it's me, Mr. Dale OG, and today we are going to talk about something that I think and have found to be very, 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 very important, and that is letting go of toxic, unbalanced friendships and relationships. Sometimes it has to be done. Since October 2019, I have let go or distanced myself from three friendships that they meant a lot to me, but I have to realize that in my path of growing, they're just not aligning with what I find I need or where I want to be. And so I had to do the heavy lifting of distancing myself slash cutting people off. I'm going to give you 5 steps that I use, and hopefully, if you guys are going through the same thing, these steps can help you. Feel free to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Step 1, come face to face with whatever the problem is. Whatever you're not happy about, have it right here, stare at it, know it, be one with it. Don't hide from it, don't act like it's not a problem, because the fact that you're bothered by it shows that it's a problem. If you don't deal with it now, it's just going to keep happening, it's going to keep going on, and your friendship is going to get to a point where you don't want it to get to. So find that problem, call it out, split it up, have it right here. Know what it is. Be conscious of it. Be clear about it. Step 2, express that problem to said person. This little orb of an issue you have, present it to the person. But after you've given it some thought, after you've come clear and you realize like, okay, this is a problem, this is something that I cannot get over, this is something that I need to have changed, then you bring it to the person. Be very clear on what it is. If there's instances or examples, have those examples ready. It's like you're going to court. You have to present your case to the person. Think about it that way. If you're not good with confrontation or talking to people about your problems, try not looking at it as confrontation. Look at it as this is something that's going to help me. This is something that I need to change. This is something that I need resolved in order for me to live a better life, or to be friends with you, or to be in a relationship with you. Take that confrontation word, take the negativity out of confrontation, and look at it as a way of, hey, this is me confronting you about something that I need better in my life. If you're not good with that still, maybe try writing it out, maybe try recording a video, maybe do it in a text. Whatever method you choose, make sure it's a non-violent, non-aggressive way, and then present that to said person. Step 3, give them time to change. Just like you, change doesn't happen overnight. Change is not something that's just like, pow, you said it, it's done. Some instances, yeah, it could be, but most times, especially when it's behavior, it's gonna take a little while to change. You gotta tap into your mind, you gotta be conscious of what's going on. So give them time to change. If you really care about the friendship and the relationship, or if it's something that you think you can salvage, or if it's a problem that you think they can change, give them that time to change. If they care, you'll see them try to change. And if they don't, it leads to step 4. Get those scissors ready. Have them sharpened, have them ready. Do what you gotta do. If the person is not changing, and you've expressed yourself, and you've done all that you can to salvage the relationship and to keep yourself sane in it, you have to do the next step of getting yourself out of there. If it's not working out for you and you've tried everything you can, why would you want to stay in a relationship or the friendship? You're going to realize and know that it's affecting you. That problem, whatever it is, you're not going to forget about it. And everything that person does is going to piss you off. You're going to end up resenting them. So here's what you do. Just distance yourself or cut them off. I found that distancing yourself is the easier way to do it, because that way you're taking yourself out of the situation. Whereas if you say, hey person, I'm gonna cut you off, some people could be like, oh, you don't need all of that. You're already pissed off at them for whatever it is, so you take the initiative to distance yourself. And that could mean not hitting them up, not following them or whatever. Distance yourself. Step away from the problem if you see nothing changing. Step 5, learn to be okay with being alone. If you're distancing yourself from something or you're cutting yourself off from something, that means that that thing that you had is no longer in your space. It's no longer in your life. So that means that's going to be time that you either spend alone, or you could try to fill that up with some other. I don't recommend that. I would say spend that time being alone. Spend that time reflecting on what it is that bothered you, how it is that you present yourself with the situation, how it is that the person responded to the situation, what is there that you could do better in the situation, what is it that they could do better in the situation. Spend that time thinking about it, because if you don't have that issue resolved with them, and especially within yourself, it's going to allow somebody else to come in and do the same thing. If you don't deal with it, it just leaves room for the same thing to happen over again. And then what's the point of getting rid of that first situationship if you're going to allow the same thing to happen? There's no point. You might as well stay in the first one, right? Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, I had to let go of 3 different friends. And one friend I was friends with since 4th grade. The second friend I was friends with since 9th grade. And the third friend, she works in the same industry as me. So we've often helped each other out with our businesses. And all of these things hurt to distance myself from / cut off. But I have to realize, like, there's only so much that I can do. There's only so much that I can express. There's only so much that I can say. And if I've expressed and I've said and I've shown everything that I can, what else is there for me to do? I'm not going to keep myself in the same situationship or the same relationship or the same friendship, because it's not going to make any sense to me. If I'm getting pissed off by someone's action and I keep myself in that same situation and they keep on doing the same thing, either because I didn't say nothing or because they don't want to change, that makes no sense. Every time you go to hang out with that person, that same thing is going to happen, or it's going to pop up another day or some other time. Nothing's going to change, and you're only going to be killing yourself. I say killing yourself, and that sounds drastic, but what else are you doing? By hanging out with them, you're not uplifting yourself. You're not getting better. It may be staying the same, but it's staying the same going downwards, because you're not happy. You're not feeling good. You're not pleased with the situation. Use the analogy of a tree. If you're growing and you want to get big and strong and just be solid in yourself, you're going to have to cut off all the little dead flowers and plants that's hanging on the branches and stuff. You're going to have to disconnect from those. You can't grow into something big and still have little parasites on you. If something is bringing you down, you need to take the time to find out what it is, find out what you do about it, and if it ain't nothing positive, then you need to cut it off and be okay with the fact that, dang, you got a scar. Your flesh is showing. But that's okay, because all things heal. The way I look at myself, the way I'm trying to live my life now, is like a revolving door. I want to keep myself open to whatever friendships, whatever relationships come in, but at the same time, I want that door to stay swinging, because if they need to go out, you can leave the same way you came, or I can leave the same way I came, you know? It's tough, but I realize that if we're going to have friends in life, we need to know how to deal with friends. We can't just have people being all in our face, doing what they want, saying what they want to you, acting how they want to you. That goes for the same thing for family members. Man, it's another topic for another video, but you can't just have people do whatever they want in your life. If it's bothering you, you need to speak up and be clear about it. And if it's not changing, you need to distance yourself or cut people off. It's your life too. It's not just your relationship with them, it's your life that gets affected. So I hope this video has helped. If you have any thoughts or anything that you're dealing with, feel free to leave it in the comments, and maybe I could chip in and give you my thoughts on it. I'm not an expert. I'm not perfect. All I've done is live life, and I've come to these different instances where I find it important to express and talk about. So like, comment, subscribe, and remember, through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, this is life.